Ever notice how each New Year's Eve you're stuck stuffing your face with 12 grapes at midnight like you're a human fruit salad? And why, you ask? Because someone somewhere said it's for good luck. Let's talk about this Spanish tradition of gobbling down 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight. It's like a reverse Cinderella story, but instead of running away from the prince, you're desperately trying to swallow all these grapes before the clock strikes 12. And don't get me started on the seeds. It's like playing Russian roulette with Mother Nature. You're halfway through your 7th grape and boom, you suddenly become a choking hazard. But the real kicker, it's the absurdity of it all. Just imagine thousands of people across the globe, eyes watering, cheeks bulging like hamsters, all in the name of good luck. And there you are, standing in a room full of people trying not to choke on a grape, and somehow that's supposed to symbolize good luck. I mean, I'd feel luckier if I didn't have to perform the Heimlich on myself. Then there are the Italians, who believe eating lentils will bring them prosperity. I mean, if eating lentils made you rich, wouldn't all the vegetarians be millionaires by now? But no, instead of gold coins, they're stuck with a different kind of windfall, if you catch my drift. Imagine you're at an Italian New Year's Eve bash, you're expecting some posh nosh, and they bring out a platter of lentils. It's like showing up to a black tie event in your pajamas, and there's no subtle way to ask, "Excuse me, where's the actual food?" And let's not forget the irony of it all. Lentils, the hobo food of the legume world, are supposed to symbolize wealth. It's like saying, "Here, eat this bowl of austerity, and may you be blessed with prosperity." So next time you're in Italy for New Year's, don't be surprised if instead of a fancy dinner, they serve you a bowl of lentils. But hey, who needs caviar when you can have gas, am I right? Now, let's move on to our friends in Poland and Germany. They've got this tradition of eating pickled herring at midnight. Honestly, I'd rather kiss a herring than eat one. Imagine the scene. You're at a New Year's party. The clock strikes 12, and instead of popping open the champers, someone hands you a fish. A pickled fish, no less. It's a bit like being given a pair of socks for Christmas. A surprise, but not necessarily a pleasant one. Now, the aroma of pickled herring is not for the faint-hearted. It's got a scent that's stronger than a bodybuilder on steroids. And the texture? It's a toss-up between an old boot and a well-used dish sponge. The struggle of trying to keep a straight face while you eat this, let's call it unique delicacy, in the middle of a party is a challenge akin to trying to juggle flaming torches after a few pints. So, if you're ever at a New Year's party in Poland or Germany, and someone offers you a pickled herring, just remember it's not a dare, it's tradition. And finally, we have Japan, where they believe eating soba noodles will ensure a long life. But let's face it, if you're slurping up noodles at the speed of a bullet train, you're more likely to choke than live to see another new year. In the land of the rising sun, they've turned scoffing down a bowl of soba noodles into a New Year's tradition. Yeah, you heard me right. These noodles aren't just your average quick snack. They're as long as your to-do list and slippery as a wet bar of soap. And the goal? To gobble them down without breaking stride. Imagine that, a noodle so long you'd think you're pulling a magic trick. Now you might be asking yourself, isn't that a bit risky? Well, you'd be absolutely right. It's a bit like playing a game of culinary Russian roulette. So, there you have it, folks. A world tour of New Year's food traditions. From risking your life with grapes to gassing up with lentils, to braving the smell of herring, and finally playing Russian roulette with soba noodles. One thing's for sure, we'll go to great lengths for a bit of luck and prosperity. Here's to another year of bizarre food traditions and near-death experiences. Happy New Year.